John Rush here, West Coast Classic Cougar, and we finally got the revised edition of the 67-68 wheelet moldings done. The first time Dynacorn sent us a set, the fronts were pretty much spot on, but the rears, it was like they sent us a batch for another car. You know, they were like 6 inches too short. The screw holes were completely different. They were for a different car. And unfortunately, our communication with Dynacorn has broken down over the years. They got rid of some middle management. And so when you call them, they just pretty much shrug their shoulders. They say, we don't know. And the last time we called them, they said, no, we don't plan on fixing them. I mean, they didn't fit. They ended here. And they were gonna tell me, we're not gonna fix them. We're gonna sell them as is. Luckily, with persistence, we got the right person. And today I'm putting them on my 15,000 mile test mule, and I've already started. Pretty good, not perfect. The first thing you notice is just a little bit of contour difference. Not much though, we're not gonna get too picky about that. Notice the holes on the reproductions are a little larger than the originals. That's just their tooling. That's their standard punch for all the wheelet moldings they do on all the years of cars they do. They do Mustang and Cougar. They probably do a few others. The sheen on them, I doubt you'll catch it here, but the sheen on them is a little bit more matte finish. The originals are shiny. If this was NOS, it would be just a shade even shinier. But 15,000 original miles, that's as close to NOS as you're going to get. I also want to mention that somebody else has reproduced these. It was, a few years ago. And we tried a couple of sets, but they had a ton of tooling marks on them. There were much heavier material. The sheen wasn't right. The fit wasn't good. Very expensive. So we are not going to confuse these Dynacorn wheelet moldings with the ones that some of the other suppliers have been selling for the last 3 years. But here we go. I'm going to go ahead and start installing them on the car. They include the screws, but they're of a softer metal, and they strip out easier. So I say use your originals or buy our premium screws. Another problem I'm having is, and you can see I've already modified 2 of these holes, the oval holes are too far inboard. So instead of trying to get in there with a drill bit, I'm using an awl. And I think that's the way to go. It's soft enough metal that you can get in there and probe and get it started. And go gentle on them. Yeah, the first 3 is all I've done on this one. So you'll see my all tracks. And you know, for you people doing show cars, you're not going to like looking under your car and seeing that. But the price point on these, they're only a couple $100s for a set of 4, is so attractive that, yeah, NOS ones are, if you can find them, they seem to be going for, at this time in 2025, somewhere around $1,000 a set. Restoring them is tricky because you got to send them to me, and they got to be pretty darn good. They can't have any salt damage. And yeah, it takes a long time, a lot of hassles in restoring them. Here we go. Now to me that isn't terrible. I don't like those 2 screw holes, but it's getting there. Okay, and now here's how we're gonna correctly, I say correctly, here's how I do it. I just get in there and I take my awl and I create a new path. If you try to get your screw in at an angle, you're just going to make a mess. You're going to ruin the screw. It's not going to line up. Here we go. Push that lip all the way in. So as far as modifications go, as you can see, this isn't taking me a ton of time. Got the light working against me, not for me, but that's okay. There we go. We got another hole located. Now, currently, these are only available in a set of 4. But eventually, I think we'll be able to sell them individually. And like I say, at this price point, if you damage one, it's no big deal. Well, it's less painful, I'm going to say. Now, I'm going to say, yeah, see, we got this. I probably should have started with this screw bottomed out here because of the time. When I get over here, look where I'm at. So yeah, I say bottom out this screw, meaning the molding has to be shifted this way, and then you'll have less problems on your last couple of screws. So I, of course, will reach out to Dynacorn and tell them about this, but I pretty much guarantee I'm going to get back a no response. We've been having this on multiple issues. One of my biggest frustrations with Dynacorn, and I do hope they hear this, you know, we used to work hand in hand under their previous leadership, and they'd ask me, Don, what's the next part we should do? And I'd say, hey, we really need this. This would be easy. Do roof skins. They did quarter panels. You know, it was clicking along. Well, now they never ask me the next item to do. They went on to rear trunk lid hinges. We got 55-gallon drums of those. There's no way to hurt those, really. Didn't understand that one. And then they did the channel that goes in here for the weather strip right here. Again, we have plenty of those. Those don't wear out, usually. So the problem with them tooling up tens of thousands of dollars each time to do parts that nobody needs is they say, these Cougar parts aren't selling so well. We should probably slack off on them. So unfortunate. If anybody has a contact at Dynacorn, please let me know, or just talk to them yourselves. Because when Don Rush calls them, they're like, Don Rush, West Coast Classic Cougar. No, we've never heard of you. Anyway, look at that. Looks pretty good. I'm going to say it's a win. Like I say, if you get really picky and get down here, and people are not, you're the only person that's going to notice. Got a little bit of a pooch here where I maybe got that screw a little too tight. But I say this is a win, and I know you guys have been looking for these for a long time. Glad to finally have them available, and thank you, Dynacorn, for getting them right-ish.